Hey everybody, Andre Hooks, Advantage Real Estate. Dressed a little casual today. It's been a little warm for the last couple of days, so I decided to dress a little casual while I was out in the streets doing a little door knocking and passing out some things. But I wanted to talk with you real quickly about something that came to my attention from a client of mine I referred somewhere, and that information has to do with foreclosures. And I wanted to take this quick minute to dispel fact from fiction, from rumor from truth. And what it has to do with is whether or not a lender or someone who has loaned money on a piece of real estate has the ability to foreclose. Excuse me when I scratch my head. And as you all know, for the last several years, a lot of people have owned property and have been in what we call an upside down position, where they owe more on the home than what it's actually worth. They have a first, they have a second, they have a third and a fourth, in some case a fifth loan against the property. That property is secured by some debt instrument called a deed of trust, and or a note attached to a deed of trust. And so, excuse me, and so the misconception out there on the streets is, hey, why would a junior lien holder, like a second or third or fourth lien holder, foreclose when they have to pay on the first? It doesn't make sense. And some of my clients have been flat out told that a second or a third or subsequent lien holder does not have the ability to foreclose on a property. Now what I want to do is I want to set the record straight, folks. Anybody who has an interest in real estate where they've loaned money and that property secures that debt can foreclose. Now, they may choose not to foreclose, but they have the ability to foreclose under the law for non-payment or for violating any of the terms of the original loan that you agreed to. Now, what's been happening is, because property has been upside down, there hasn't been any benefit for a junior lien holder to foreclose. But those times are changing very quickly. In the last year and a half to 2 years, we've seen a dramatic increase in prices. We've seen a dramatic increase in equity. We've seen people who have gotten seconds and thirds removed from their property through bankruptcy, or where the second or the third trustee just simply said, hey, you know what? We're sick of waiting for the market to recover. We're going to go ahead and let you out of the debt. We're not going to worry about it. And some people still have seconds and thirds that haven't said anything for the last 6 or 7, 8 years that are now starting to look at those homes and say, wait a minute, the market's improved. You know what? They owe on the home, and we could sell it for a lot more or a little bit more than what they owe on it. We could get our money out of it. So some people are no longer upside down. And now what's happening are those lenders, seconds and thirds, that people weren't paying on, are starting to come out of the bushes and say, hey, wait a minute, you owe us this money, and you know what? We want to collect, and you haven't made a payment in 3 or 4 or 5 years, and we're going to go ahead and start foreclosure because we see an opportunity to get our money back. So just be conscious of what you're hearing in the streets. A lender has the ability to foreclose at any time they want to for specific reasons. If they choose not to, that's a decision they make. And to flatly tell someone that a lender will not foreclose because they can't is just not the truth. Remember what I said. Any lender that's secured a loan or a debt through real estate has the ability to foreclose to protect their interest on the money that they've loaned out. So pass that information along to your family and friends. I've heard this twice now in the last 7 days from people in the streets just talking about what they believe is the truth. I'm here to tell you the truth, okay? So if you need an opinion about real estate, if you need to know where your home is, you need to know what the value is so you can make a decision if you should be contacting your lender, if you need to negotiate with them to get better terms, give us a call. Let us know what your situation is. It's confidential as always so that we can help you out. Our number is 909-475-7512. We're always happy to serve. Thank you so much for listening to me today. I'll talk to you soon.